side, and then also we'd have to have the DJ, Skeezo, and then of course, you know, we got keys.
Is there any the gear that's gonna stay the same?
The bass.
Bass gear Danny's gonna use. That's cool with your guys.
I'm gonna bring my bass amp because I just took it to Blues Airman Guitars and had it all retubed.
Oh yeah, your
Totally
solid
clean.
state. No, you had a MOSFET.
7000.
7,000, 700 watt.
All right, all the animals, quiet down. Quiet down out here. We're trying to do an interview. Okay? Everybody just spread out. Scram.
Look behind you.
Jesus Christ.
Is that for the animals? Or is that for us?
I didn't mean spread your ass cheeks out. Jesus God.
All right.
What the hell?
Well, if you want to know where it began, I met
Soot that is, huh?
Soot, that is. I met Jezter 10 years ago, and I was just graduating college at Michigan here in Ann Arbor, and I was putting the word out that I was looking to be in a band. A couple girls I knew that I hung out with that knew you hooked me up with this guy and said, "Oh, you got to meet these guys." Well,
Funny thing is where that came from is I used to go to the strip bar every year for Christmas with the guys
annual
from work.
Jester's at the strip
was
bar
just a
Christmas.
All
party.
out, spend fest, fucking total annihilation.
fest.
Yes. And we ended up going up there, and one of the shot girls up there said, "These guys up here are blowing money like crazy," to one of her buddies. And one of her buddies ended up coming up there.
Yeah.
Well, it was a small world when that happened because she happened to be friends with somebody I went to college with, and she was also friends with BJ.
Yeah.
And Jay Holly, who was in the band Soot before really it got real crazy,
Yeah.
he actually,
He was singing and
yeah, he was singing, I was playing bass, and we had just lost our guitar player. And it just so happened he come along 3 days later after all this stuff happened. It was just amazing how it all went down. And then I was like, well, we have a hard time getting people to Ann Arbor to practice.
like,
And he
shit,
goes,
I live in it. Hey, wait a minute.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I live in Ann Arbor. I'm going to U of M. So it was just like, well, killer. And then we started all hanging out and drinking.
So at
and
the
partying
last
and-
semester I was at UM, I had one class left. So I had enough credits to graduate. Just only had to take one class to graduate.
So it's
It's
perfect.
time to join a rock band.
Party
Been in
time.
it in 10 years. 10 years later, we're going to play a big going away show here.
Well, we'll just call it a best of. You know, I'm always around. You know, it ain't like
Yeah.
I'm gone forever
No.
or anything like that.
Yeah, what does soot mean? That's a tough one.
I know the definition is the remains of burnt matter.
It's the remains of burnt matter. That's what soot is, the remains of burnt matter.
We've burnt much of matter.
Me,
It was like a brainstorming
Yeah,
session.
me, you, and Jay. We're
Yeah.
we're having a good Sunday practice that started at noon, and at that point it was probably 2 in the morning, and
Yeah.
now Monday morning, and
Maybe a few
we
months.
had a huge, big bonfire going, and we were dragging trees out of the woods from across the street, and mattresses and shit that was laying around, and had the hugest fire ever. And we were by 2, 3 in the morning, we're covered in soot. And you know, every place we played, it's, you know, it leaves an aftermath of soot behind. You know, by the end of the night, and you get home, you're like, I gotta take a shower. I went and saw Soot tonight playing. Man, I'm dirty. I got soot on me. I was sweating. I was jumping around.
And in a spiritual matter, it kind of is like a remains of burnt matter. We've been through a lot of drummers,
Yeah,
you know. We've
a lot of
burnt,
drummers,
burnt through a lot of music, so to
guitarists,
speak, you know.
a lot of jam nights. Played a lot of shows and
Yeah.
weird places. I played on top of a pool table.
Yeah.
In Hamtramck, man.
That was a good
That
one.
was that little place out in Hamtramck.
For the blowout.
Yeah,
It was Jeans,
Hamtramck
wasn't it?
Blowout.
Something like that?
Jeans.
Yeah.
There's like 50 bars in 2 square miles in Hamtramck.
Every
We're
year.
playing the last bar at the end of the block. There's like 200 bands playing over a 4-day period. Like, which bar is it? Is it that 4th one in the middle? No, we played there before. This one we haven't played there yet. Keep going, keep going. Like bar, bar, bar. Nothing.
All the way at the end.
That's all right. It was like a big house. And the first floor of the house was like a living room, and they had a pool table. They shoved it in the corner, put an 8x4 sheet of plywood on it, and all the amps and the bassists and the guitarists. And
the drummer was up on the pool table.
the
wasn't
drummer. We just
Yeah.
all stood there, and then I think you were on the floor.
he? Yeah. Yeah, that was a wild show there.
And it could only fit like 25 people, and it was 25 probably plus 4 outside trying to cram in, so it was just everybody.
Uh-oh, watch your duck there. Go cave us in. VJ's known for that, jumping up and down on the stage. The stage will just go.
That was Hash Bash that one year.
Oh, yeah. That
Yeah.
was a great one.
Apparently everybody was waiting for that, watching that one. Dude,
Now,
that
of course.
stage was about to cave in on you.
Of course, the other show that was a very memorable one was one with Jay Holly at the
Yeah.
Blind Pig.
Yeah.
When he advertised that we were all on some kind of hallucinogenics or something.
Oh boy.
No, that was wild.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then after that, everything was fine.
Yeah.
It all worked great.
Yeah.
Don't try to hide it, man. No.
Everything was. Oh man. All right.
I really wish I could get into it with you, but man, you know, be like too incriminating.
You know, Shimmy was all excited about this whole thing once he knew that there was a movie coming out. He's like, really?
Basically.
Movie?
How long
Wait
did
a
you
minute.
play for? How many years?
10.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been 10.
Yeah.
You guys were together for 10 years.
10 in fucking April. It was January, February, March. I met you guys in March 10 years ago. 10 years in a month.
So it's about 10-year anniversary.
Yeah.
It's a decade.
Decade. That's been a decade.
Wow. That's crazy.
A decade.
It's like what? That's like Metallica style. Getting together 10 years. But of course, we don't make millions of dollars. We just do it for the rock and roll. Future plans might include,
Yeah, what's
you know, the thing that
what's tomorrow?
as far as what music we have put together in the last 10
Yeah.
years, I mean, we got 4 albums worth of music. So that in itself is a feat.
Yeah.
And to be able to sift through that and reproduce and give or sell to commercials, video games, movies, all that stuff. I
Yeah.
mean, it's all, that
There's
would all
a-
be like a business plan kind of thing that this band could follow on a passive level, basically.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah.
You know, and hopefully, just hope for the best. I mean, we
Maybe.
put a lot of music together, and I can't see it going to waste. A lot of it's timeless. I mean, a lot of it, I think, in a lot of the bands.
Yeah, I think.
including this one.
Yeah, I don't think anything's particularly faddy. You know,
Right.
like it's a passing phase. It's a fad, just came and went. You know,
Yeah,
I
it's
think
just
that,
hard rock. It's
Yeah.
some of it's deep meaning, some of it's about partying. More, it's kind of deep though. A lot of the stuff. So it's like Soot.
Yeah, you could play it 20 years from now and it'd still be called hard rock.
Still remains a burnt matter.
Yeah. Still ashes. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
And Soot will be what it must.
Pick up where you left off. It's time to jam. It's time to throw down. Get ready, all hell's about to break loose up in this biatch.
Alright, think we're all warmed up already. It's time to get it on the road now.
You guys all ready for this? Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this?